Hello, hello, I am Squallcasting, and I've got some more StarCraft 2 action for you. In this particular match, we have Happiness, who is actually Liquid Sheth. I don't know why the name says Happiness, but this is supposed to be Liquid Sheth. It is taken from the Razor replay pack that was posted on the Team Liquid website. So, Sean, I guess, is Sheth, letting Idra know who he is. And yes, his opponent is Evil Genius, is Idra. So we do have a Zerg versus Zerg going on here, and we will have to see what happens. So, I knew too many Sheths. Sheth. Ah. Yes, indeed. I can think of at least one Sean. Oh, did he choose? Okay, I guess he chose random going into it. That's interesting. I got Z, fitting ID. Okay, I guess Sheth is just a really happy guy, so, admittedly, I do not know much about him. I know he's a really good player and that he's done really well in a lot of tournaments, but, I definitely know a bit more about this fellow here. Idra, counter Chris, sad plus depression. I don't know what they're talking about, but, they're having a good time, and that's all that matters. So, yeah. So neither player has thrown out a spawning pool yet, so it looks like a fast expand out of both of them. Hatch first style. Sheth getting his down just a smidgen earlier than Idra, but not a big deal. Yeah. Oh, Idra. Bit of a colorful character, and I don't know why my unit portraits aren't showing up here. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to. I wonder if that could be caused by tabbing, because I always have to tab in and out of the game before I start my records. But anyways, both players throwing down their spawning pools and their extractors at pretty close to identical times. And yeah, we'll have to see where they go from there. Admittedly, my ZVZ metagame knowledge is pretty darn weak. This is at least in part because I don't watch ZVZ very much. The metagame has improved a lot from, say, a year ago, where it was literally nothing but who can build the most roaches. And it honestly had gotten to the point where if there was a major tournament I was watching and a ZVZ was coming up, I'd just mute the channel and just minimize the window, and I just wouldn't watch because it was just that boring to me. But since then, we've seen some evolution. We tend to see Ling Bling more now. I think you see Infestors a fair bit, but yeah, it's a matchup I don't know that much about, so I can't really make any, like, serious predictions here and expect to be anywhere near accurate. I would have to imagine we'll see Infestors at some point, just because Infestors are really, really good. But, yeah, this will be a bit of a journey for me. So anyway, both players starting their speed at basically the same time, starting their queens at basically the same time, and they're both just droning a lot. Oh, okay, now I've got the unit portraits back. That was very odd. Well, whatever. I'm glad that fixed itself. Okay, it doesn't show up for the Mink statue, which makes sense. Anyway, so Sheth does have a handful of Lings heading on up here. He does have, well, basically the same number as Idra. It does have a few more now, so not going to accomplish too much. Does get a tiny bit of scouting info, though. Does see that Idra has that natural up, but that's to be expected, I think. And Idra setting his own Lings in. And, okay, it looks like this game was done before that small mini patch that we got that increased the queen range to 5. I thought this happened after. Oh, whatever. Yeah, so both players just kind of sitting back. Idra does look like he's going into a Baneling nest. So we're seeing our first real divergence there. Sheth has not gotten a Baneling nest. And he is producing a lot of Lings. So it looks like he wants to attack in once speed finishes, which will be any second now, but Idra will have those Banelings out in time, so we'll have to see how that works out. Ling-Baneling combat can always be rather interesting and kind of terrifying because, you know, the person with all the Lings needs to control so well, stick 1 or 2 Lings on each Baneling and hold the rest of his Lings back. But here we go, he's going to punch on in here, he's hitting the Spinecrawler, going to take it down. Queen's blocking the ramp very, very nicely, well played by Idra there. And these Banelings are going to finish up. We'll see if Sheth manages to save those Zerglings or if he's going to die. Okay, he does see the Lings. He's dancing on back. Oh, loses a whole bunch of the Banelings. and running the rest of his lings away. Take a look at the unit lost, and Idra has somehow lost more. I guess it's because banelings are expensive. Whatever. Doesn't really matter much. Take a look at the drone count. So Sheth is just a tiny bit ahead of Idra. Not a huge deal though. Idra did... Oh, he did lose a queen in the middle of that. Okay. So that was a small win for Sheth there. That will slow down Idra's ability to inject larva and spread creep and similar things. Oh, that was so close. Oh man, that's like playing with fire, man. It's like playing a game of chicken with yourself. It's so scary to watch. So let's see here. So Sheth is getting a baneling nest himself. So we're going to see some ling bling wars. Oh man, I'm going to have a heart attack watching this. I just know it. And Idra now taking his third. And he does have a number of lings and banelings there, so he will be able to defend it to an extent. Gets 3 lings with that, so decent trade. And will he get all these banelings before they finish morphing in? Oh yeah, gets all those banelings just before they finish up, so a nice win by Idra, cleaning all those up. And who has more lings? I'm having a hard time telling. Looks like Sheth has a tiny bit more. Focusing on that hatchery, will he get it down? Will Idra cancel? No, he does not cancel. Losing 300 minerals plus the drone. Definitely a blunder by him. Both players just microing for all they're worth, trying to get that edge. And Sheth has definitely traded a bit more efficiently, has lost more units. But Idra has lost more resources. Sheth is expanding himself, though. Idra does know about it, thanks to that Overlord. Let's see here. So Sheth is getting an Evo chamber down, getting another hatchery for that macro hatch. And Idra's throwing down a roach warren. So, gonna see a bit of a transition from him. Looks like he wants to take out this expansion as well. Sheth should... Oh, will he have enough to deal with this? I don't know. Looks like he does. Yeah, Idra's gonna have to pull him back and has a ton of banelings there. Wow. Sheth slamming 2 banelings into one of Idra's. Nice little win for Idra there. And here we go. A single baneling coming. Oh no! Oh boy. Okay, so that was an even trade there. Sheth just running these banelings back and forth. They don't know what to do, man. Trading a little bit inefficiently there. Oh no! Sheth losing so many lings to those banelings. Not a good situation for him. Idra definitely has... Sheth has a supply lead. Okay. I thought Idra had pulled ahead there a little bit, but whatever. And Idra looks like he's re-expanding there and also getting a macro hatch there. So, Sheth will have a small economy lead thanks to this third, but Idra will be able to catch up pretty darn quick. Sheth does have his macro hatch finished up as well now, and he is getting the melee attack upgrade while Idra is getting the missile attack upgrade. So yeah, he's definitely transitioning into roaches, which is kind of the more stable playstyle. Ling Bling is just so volatile when going up against Ling Bling, and roaches just kind of give you that stability to know that you're safe. Bit of harassment going on this expansion. More banelings dying. The life of a baneling must suck. You just know you're going to die as soon as you run into something. They cannot have the best morale of all time, but they're controlled by the Overmind, so they don't really have much choice in the matter. Oh, banelings going in on the mineral line. Are they going to get any drones? They get a handful of drones there. Don't get any more. Okay, they got 1 or 2 there. Even more banelings going in, but not quite killing the drones because they have a little bit too much health. Now let's take a look at the workers lost. 10 workers killed. Wow. So Sheth playing that quite nicely. He does have a little bit of a bank, so struggling in the macro just a little bit. Idra moving an overseer and just to check things out. May try to do some contaminate shenanigans later. Who knows? And Sheth moving some more lings on up to attack. Idra has a few roaches there. Not going to be enough though. Or it will be enough. Okay, 3 roaches are apparently very terrifying to 15 zerglings. Whatever. Not a big deal. Do we have any other tech going on? Okay, so Idra is getting the movement speed for the roaches. So that will help them to deal with the lings a lot better. And he's also getting the ground armor upgrade. Pretty standard stuff. Getting his Evo chamber. Sheth, not happiness. Getting another... Oh, getting a lair. Okay, that wasn't a hatchery. That was a lair. Whatever. Idra still has this overseer just hanging out there. moving a whole bunch of lings across, checking on expansion locations, all very standard. And Sheth expanding himself, and looks like he wants to double expand, so a bit aggressive by him, a little bit risky. We'll see if Idra's able to punish that. He does have the less mobile force now that he's investing into roaches, so that could be a good move by Sheth. Because, well, when you're less mobile, you can't take or punish expansions as well. Oh, these production tabs. And okay, so Sheth is moving into roaches himself as well. He does have burrow. He is getting missile attacks and armor himself. But he will have a very significant economy lead before too terribly long if Idra cannot punish this. Oh yeah, both players just kind of sitting back for the time being. Let's take a look at those resources lost. So Idra is ahead in the resources lost now. Sheth has lost so many units just because he stayed on lings for so very long. But he has a pretty beefy roach force here. Let's take a look at the unit counts. Idra has 37 roaches. Idra has 30 roaches. Sheth has 37. Idra is adding on more roaches. He does have some banelings. He is slightly ahead in the drone count. So we'll see how this works out. Idra does, 100% know this is coming because he's got overlords everywhere. And both players just kind of positioning a little bit. Idra does have speed. Does Sheth have speed yet? No. Yes, he does. Yeah, he does have speed. And here we go. Sheth pushing on in. Idra seems to have a slightly better position. But, yeah, Sheth needs to fall back. He does have some lings, but they aren't going to contribute too terribly much. But doing a ling run by into this third here. Runs into some banelings, but there's 2 lings left, so they'll be able to be a little bit annoying. Take out 1 or 2 drones. But Idra looks like he's pushing on forward, and these expansions of Sheth are very vulnerable and exposed now. Sheth just pulling back, is producing so many roaches. But it looks like he's going to lose this hatchery, and yeah, there's not much you can do to save it. Sheth's running all those drones on up here. We'll see if Idra chooses to go up there and try to take out that expansion as well, or if he'll just take the win and then go on home. Sheth is remacroing decently. He does have plus armor, plus 1 attack, which is the same as Idra. Both of them working on their plus 2 melee attacks. Sheth losing a roach for no reason. And here we go, Idra pushing on up. Here we go, Roach Wars once again, hooray! Sheth seems to have a bit of a better position, has more of his roaches attacking than Sheth's at the moment. Sorry, the other way around. Anyway, Idra moves forward, and yeah, Sheth looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Idra ahead in supply, but both players just slugging it out. There are some queens in there to help on out, and Idra, GG's. Okay. Oh, okay, there was a ling run by here, and they killed a whole bunch of drones. Okay, well, I guess that's why he left. But Idra, as usual, suffers a small setback and decides to leave the game. So, well played by Sheth. Definitely an even game, I'd say. And yeah, so thank you for watching my cast here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe and leave comments and feedback. And I will see you guys later.